Hello and welcome to the Atari basement. My name's Sakib and today we're going to take a look at a game called Star Trek The Rebel Universe. You might notice that there is a screen at the back which is actually my avatar on my game. Now Star Trek is a program I love and still love today. This game comes with the disc and we've got the manual here which is quite important to get around. So let's load up this game and get into it. Now this is a game with a lot of depth, so if you do give it time, you will discover a lot of things in it. Got my save disc here. Oh, it's got like a magic pocket page on, but here's my save disc, so we will be sticking this in whilst after the game's loaded up.
Space, the final frontier.
Okay, that was a nice intro. So here we have the interface. I won't need to have this in again. I'm going to put my save disk in and load up my game whilst we're going through the interface and various other aspects of this game. And like I said, this game has a lot of depth. There's a lot going on, and if you give it time, and plus I love Star Trek, so I will enjoy it. You got the crew here. You got Uhura. She's got no messages yet. You got Captain Kirk. You got Spock. You got Dr. McCoy. You've got Scotty. You've got Sulu. And you got Chekhov. I'll go back to the main interface screen. So this is the main screen, and you can have up to 8 screens in total if you count the ones along the side. Now, like I said, you do need to get used to it. This is the inside of the Star Trek Enterprise spaceship. So if you go to Uhura, if she comes across like a archive complex or a beacon, she can collect the messages from that particular planet. Over here with Kirk, not Cork, you can load and save a game. So we're going to load up our game that we've got on file 1. So now we've got our current game. Here it's showing we've destroyed 9 enemies, which we probably may encounter whilst we're playing the game. And we'll go through the characters like I said. So that was Kirk. You can load save games, and then he's got a store which has got my items. Now I've got a Sideway device, which is a powerful beam-like planetary device that the Klingons have got, which I have to get as well. I forgot to talk about the objectives of this game. So basically the Klingons have done a lot of bad things. They are the enemies in this game, and we are in a zone where we've been sent in to complete various missions because our other Star Trek Enterprise ships that have come into this zone have somehow got it manipulated into being submissive to the Klingon Empire and have gone rogue. So our job is to try and stop the Klingons in this sector of space from doing various things. Now the various things that we need to do in this game are, let's have a look. So the winning strategy: capture the Klingon Admiral, deliver antidote to Rebel Federation commanders. Now they've been infected by some virus, which is why they're not thinking straight. Destroy Dekian 2, which is the source of telepathic dilithium, which they're using. Destroy the Klingon Psi-meter, which they're using to control the area. Construct your own Psi-meter, which we've picked up at a planet, which is this one. It's installed, so this is working. The reasoning underlying the strategy is similar to that discussed in the Destroy the Klingon Cymeter scenario. A Federation controlled Cymeter could neutralize the effects of the Klingon Cymeter, consequently crippling the rebellion. For a Cymeter to be constructed, you must activate the research Cymeter console using dilithium delta 6 crystal. So we've got it installed. We will need the dilithium delta 6 crystal, which will be on one of the planets. Now this part of the region of space, we have lots of planets, so it's not going to be a game that you complete quickly, and you have to go through it. So we are currently in this region, and then there's a K-spare which is stopping any other planets coming in, any other ships coming in and out. So until we complete the mission, anyone in the spare cannot go to a different part. So like I said, this is a store. We've got Cyrita device, we've got Lepton gone, which I think Sulu can use when we beam to a planet, and we've got a Psychogen canister, which I think is used to collect the item or the chemical we need to protect ourselves. We've also got this part here, which is our spaceship. At the moment, I've got 53% structural damage because I did come into contact with some enemy ships. Our energy banks are to full level because we've been on a particular planet, which is an energy refinery where I can boost up my energy banks, and then the phaser banks are down to 82%. Now you have various planets which will help fix this. So we've got something called what was it? I've been taking notes. I've been going a repair dock where I can get my spaceships fixed, which we will come across. And these are the various notes I've been taking on each. I've only been going on the Federation planet so far, trying to keep it safe, but you can still get attacked, as you've seen. So right, let's get back to the crew. So Uhura we've seen, takes messages. Spock, he can tell you what planet you're on. We're on Zuna 1 at the moment, which is a Federation planet, and it's an energy refinery, which has helped with my warp banks, which is the speed of the Enterprise. On here, you can see what we've just seen, which is the structure, the energy banks and the phaser banks. So the energy banks have gone up to 100%. Kirk we just spoke about. Next to Kirk is McCoy. So if we go down to a planet, you can see currently the energy bars are all green. But if we went down and they got injured, you'd have to bring them back and McCoy would monitor them. We've got Scotty, which just shows the impulse and warp. Now he's the only character that doesn't actually have any real ability to do anything. It's just pretty much this picture. And then you've got Chekhov, who's in charge of the weapons. Now on here, if there's an enemy that comes up, we can target it. On this one, we can maneuver the altitude of the ship when enemy ships come in. And then this is our phaser bank, so you use them. We've got 41 torpedoes. You get 50 to start with, and if you come on a planet that's a weapons dump, you can get your torpedoes back up to 50. Now phasers, try using them sparsely, because if they override, they will not be able to get used, so you have to use your torpedoes. So you've got to be careful with the amount of torpedoes you're using. Now last, you've got Sulu. Now we're currently in a local zone, Zuna. Now this universe is vast, so if you click on the local zone, it goes regional zone, and then it goes to the quarantine zone, which is what we're in. So this is a quarantine zone, and this is all the planets on the main map. But as you zoom in like you would do on Google Maps, I think it's right click, you get more planets, and we're in the local zone, which is showing us planets that the quarantine zone wouldn't show us because it's not zoomed in. And you set a course to where you want to go. And then at the moment we're in Zuna area, which is a Federation zone. So the cross on the line is where we're at the moment. And then what you do is with Zulu, wherever you want to go, you go in impulse speed, and if you're traveling through the universe, you go into warp speed. So impulse speed. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fix up our spaceship, which has taken some damage. So at the moment it's on 53% structure. So by the time we've got to the repair drone, which I've already written down and I know is planet, the 6th planet. So that's planet 5, that's planet 6 of Zuna. So Zuna has got 6 planets around the orbit of that orbiting moon. So you can visit each of these planets to discover what they are. Now, this is the energy refinery where we're at the moment. Planet 2, it has got a metabolic field, so it can help heal your spaceship and planet. Sorry, the gamma field can help your spaceship. The metabolic field does some damage if we went to that planet, which is planet 3. 4 is like life supporting, so we just visited that and we completed some tasks, which meant we've got that laser gun that I had in my store. You start off with no items in your storeroom, so we collected that on planet 4. 5 is a siren device that again affects the damage of your planet. Now you can find out what all the various planet names mean in this booklet on page 39, and which is helpful, and it gives you tips and hints. And then what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to confirm to go to the 6th planet in this Zuna system. So we've confirmed it. Now we need to go up to, now you can do quarter speed, you can do half speed, 3/4, we can go full speed, and that's the best one to do. You can see me traveling. It's going to take me a bit of time to get to this planet that I need to get to. So that's a introduction to the game. And yes, so like I said, you got to complete various tasks to keep your spaceship in check, and you got to visit various planets, because a lot of the planets where you have life supporting planets, you will have to go down there and see if there's anything useful for you to take, and you collect all these different items to then take on the Klingons. Now I've not actually visited a Klingon planet yet, so I think we might go there next after we've gone and gone to the repair dock, depending on how much of our spaceship it can fix. Like I said, I want it a lot more than 53% before we start taking on enemy fire. So yeah, so you can, I mean, it's a straightforward interface to get round, and in between traveling time in the universe, you can read a book, or I mean, I read a manual traveling through space. So these are the various things you can get up to in this game. So okay, so we've got to the planet. So I'll show you. Spock can always tell you what planet is that you are on. Oh, we're in Standard Orbit, but have we arrived? Okay, we've arrived. Okay, so there we go. Spock's telling you it's a repair drone dock. So this planet should help repair my ship. We've got up to 100%, which is great, and we've got on phaser bank structure. So, and now we've got some enemies to take on. So this T, upside T on this line here, represents enemies coming in. So we click on it, and Klingon type ship. Now the closer it is, okay, looks like I need to use our torpedoes. Oh, getting hit quite badly here. Let's hit that. Right, got that one. I think there's another spaceship somewhere here. This one here. Okay, gonna hit him again. So you can hit any part of these orange rectangle. Okay, is there any more? Oh, got more guys coming in. Wow. So we can also move towards these using Sulo. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's that one gone. Okay, we've got that one. Right, getting a lot of enemies. Okay, we've got this one. Where's he going? Wow. Right, let's turn off red alert. I think we've got all the... all the enemies there. So looks like we took structural damage. I mean, that's the most enemies I've faced in one sitting. So we've got 14 enemies in total that we destroyed. See what damage we took with that from the Enterprise. So structural damage again, 72. Phaser banks are down to 9%, which is not good. So we will need to find a weapons dump if we want our... You can see them phasers are reduced to 0. We've only got 15 torpedoes. So we really need to go to a planet where we got a weapons dump. Now I know Lenia has a weapons dump, so we're going to travel to Lenia. So just need to stop this there. So we're looking for a planet called Lenia, Zulia. Lenia, that's where we want to go, because I know Lenia has got a weapons dump and also has a repair dock, so I can fix my ship up there and get more weapons power at the same time. Right, so we're going to head on a course there, so we'll set the course. So we go to Sulu, so then what warp can we go? So we're still pretty low on warp. Usually top speed is 10, but we've got, because our ship has taken some damage, the maximum we can go is 3. So it'll take a bit of time to get to where we want to be, which is Lenia. So that is a system we want to go to, Lenia, which has got 5 planets. It has a repair dock, a weapons dump, an archive complex, and 2 planets which say nondescript, which means they're basically planets which don't have anything useful for them. And like I said, we're currently in the local zone. We went regional zone. You can still think, can we still see the smaller planets or not? So as you can see, we've gone to the regional zone, which doesn't show the planet Lenia that we're going to go to. And if you went to quarantine zone, you can see we're up there, very tiny. Quarantine zone only has the main planets, so you wouldn't see it. So this is an important part of the game where to explore you will have to go to regional and local zones. And this is huge. I mean, on Quarantine Zone, these are all the main planets, but when you go to Regional Zone, you can see it zooms in, and then Local Zone, you can see all the smaller planets. See how we're doing. And you can see how far it is away. I mean, Tolzok is 41 light years away, but where we want to be, Linear is 7, so it takes a shorter time to get there, which is the course we're traveling. And this round orbital space, you can go up and down. And like I said, you can multitask whilst you're playing this, whilst you're waiting for your spaceship to get to Linear. You can read, and obviously you've got to watch out because you might get ambushed by some ships whilst you're doing this. So look at our phaser banks. So there's still, these 3 are empty, so we've only got 1 phaser bank and 15 torpedoes. So hopefully we don't come up against any enemies whilst we're waiting to get to the weapons dump. So we're 4 light years away now, so we're quite close to where we want to be. We're not in the solar system yet, so once we get to the Linear solar system, we will be able to fix our spaceship. Okay, so we've arrived at Linear. These are the planets, these orange dots, and then this white moon is the moon they're orbiting around. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go to the planet closer to us, which is Linear 5. We'll go full impulse if we can. I don't think we can. I think it's because we've got some damage. We can't go full impulse. So we will be going to Linear 5, which is a weapons dump. Now in the manual, it gives you big descriptions of what each one is. So let's just have a look. There we go. There's 3 pages on, but here on weapons dump. If the Enterprise orbits a planet with a weapons dump that is under Federation control, spent photon torpedoes will be replaced. Damaged phaser banks will be partially repaired depending on how much damage was done to them in battle. So I think I forgot to confirm to go to the planet. So the phaser banks at 9%, they should get helped. So these should be getting repaired once we're at the weapons dump planet. And then also what I'll show you is the torpedoes that we've got 15 on. We should get a full inventory, so that should go up to 50 torpedoes. And like I said, if you've coming across enemies, you need to have weapons because this is an important part of the game. Especially, I'm guessing, if you're going to Klingon planets where there'll probably be more fighting involved. We did come across a lot of ships there in one go. So that took me by surprise. Here we go, we're in orbit, so we should reach the planet. So if you click on Spock, it will tell you we are at a weapons dump. So if I click on the Enterprise, and you can see phaser banks have gone up to 59%. Energy banks aren't good, so we will probably need to go back to the gamma field at Zuna to get them up. And what else should I be able to show you now is the phaser banks from Chekhov, which is this character here. The torpedo, you can see it's gone up to 50. It was 15. These phaser banks have been fixed up. Still got one that's not, but that's good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to one planet, one of Linear, which should be able to repair my ship because it's a repair drone dock. Like I said, I've been to this system before, and you take notes so you know what each planet are. So like I said, some planets with certain rays and stuff don't help your ship, so we're gonna confirm. And again, we can't go to full impulse, it's half impulse. So as we're traveling here, we will get there. I will put this on hold while we're moving there. So we're nearly at Linear 1. This is our spaceship, and like I said, this will be a repair drone dock. So as we dock, we should get help with our structure, which is on 72%. Hopefully it'll go to up to 100.
Now in standard orbit, sir.
Okay, so we got to the repair drone dock. As if you click on Spock, it will tell you exactly where we are. We're at a repair drone dock. And now you can see our structure has gone up to 100%. Phaser banks are up to 100, and our energy banks are up to 91%, which is cool. So at this planet, we've got a lot of structural work done. So let's go and look at a planet close by again. We're in Linear. Let's just, so where are we? So what we got here? We got Zulia, which is 8 light years away. We've got Lulu, which is 6 light years away. 11 light years is Ryris. Okay, let's see what Zulia is. Zulia is a Klingon with solar system with 4 planets. So I'm gonna save our game because I've not actually been to a Klingon planet yet. And we will go to Zulia, so set the course. And let's see what warp speed we can go up. 3. So we're not going to get there fast. So I'll put this on pause till we get to Zulia, or if we encounter some Klingons. Okay, so we've arrived at Zulia, and you can see there's 4 planets. So we will go to the 4th planet. Let's see what happens. Okay, so our impulse speed is, we can go full speed again now because our banks got fixed. So you can see us moving quite swiftly. Our Starship Enterprise. Now if you haven't seen Star Trek, the original series, I'd suggest you watch it. It'll give you a feel of what the characters are about for this game. And if you're into sci-fi, you'll definitely enjoy yourselves, I'm sure.
Now in standard orbit.
Okay, so we arrived at the planet. So let's click on Spock to find out what this is. So this is a weapons dump. So again, our phaser has been fixed, the one that was empty. So this was a good stop. And we will now get Sulu to take us to the next planet, which is planet 3. And we can still go at full speed. So at full speed to the 3rd planet, closer to their moon or their sun, whatever you want it to be. I'm guessing it'll be some kind of sun there, unless it's a dark system where it's nighttime all the time. But that center planet star is holding every other planet in their position. So we will be going to Zulia 3. And
Now in standard orbit, sir.
here we go. We've got to Zulia 3. And there's another weapons dump. So we're on 100%, so didn't really need that. But yeah, so you write these details as you go so that you know what each planet is. I'm going to go to planet 2. And this is how you discover each planet. And if it is a life support planet, which I've not managed to show you yet, that will then be a planet that you beam down to. So we'll see if we manage to find a life supporting planet. So planet 4 and 3 are both weapons dumps, which is where, like I said, our weapons can get refilled.
Now in standard orbit, sir.
Okay, so we landed at planet 2. Let's see what Spock's saying. Another weapons dump. Okay. So 3 planets with plenty of weapons. I mean, with it being a Klingon planet, maybe that's not a surprise because they are owning the region. I guess they need plenty of weapons to control the region, which makes sense. Whereas the Federation control planet seems to have more area and scope to cover. Okay, so we've reached the first. Now this is a repair drone dock they've got on their first planet. Surprised we haven't met any enemies wanting to take us on, but I'm guessing that's our Skywave transmitter that we picked up at a different planet, which is helping. I'm sure this is probably blocking signals that we're approaching a planet. So I think if we didn't have this, I think we'd have Klingons all over us. And let's see what Spock's saying on our ship. So 191% and 100%. Yeah, so we're not the only thing we haven't shown in this is the landing party, where all 6 of your characters go down to the landing party. They all have various things they can do, like McCoy will only walk forward, Spock will use some kind of logic, Scotty can use a mechanism, Kirk can switch things off, Sulu can fire things, and they can beam things up. So that's well, a short run through and a fun play of this. And like I said, I've got lots of notes of all the planets, and I'll keep going with this because I'm enjoying it. And like I said, between planets you've got time to do certain things. Like if you're in the same room, you can go make a cup of tea, read a book, do other things, tidy up. So yeah, I really enjoyed this game. Did you play Star Trek back in the day? Please like and subscribe if you enjoy Atari content. I'll see you for the next one. Bye now.